haven't made a video talking about anything in a while, and I'm not sure if I have anything too compelling to talk about today, but anime and manga demographics have been on my mind, so we could try that. Somehow, as a busy adult, I have become someone who consumes almost exclusively anime and manga. I think I just got really used to it, and there's something comforting in going back to what's familiar, but I'm also terrible at finishing anime and manga unless it's on the shorter side, because motivation. Well, that and time constraints. When it comes to demographics, the two big ones in manga and anime are shoujo and shonen. I know very little about seinen, and I literally just heard the term josei. So for this video, I'll probably be focusing more on shoujo and shonen, specifically shoujo since I feel like it deserves more attention than it gets. Historically, I've always been a bit more of a tomboy when it comes to my tastes. Probably something to do with the rule of cool just being hella hype and extremely hard to resist. But they also tend to feature protagonists that I look up to. Protagonists who are merciful and compassionate and persevering against unimaginable odds. I don't think I fully embraced my more feminine side until I was more of an adult. As cringy as some girl stories can be, I finally realized it doesn't all have to be lame. Like, a lot of girly stuff is actually really cool. So let's give some love to the handful of girl anime that I have watched or am watching. Arguably the most famous shoujo anime is Sailor Moon. Have I watched this or read it? The short answer is yes, a little bit. I think I watched like 10 episodes of the original anime a long time ago on Tubi. I think I enjoyed the campy formula of it, but it was also pretty repetitive and maybe a little slow, boring. I'm not quite sure why I dropped it. Maybe I just wasn't ready for it at the time, but I did read the volume 1 of the manga though. I remember I really loved the artwork. I'm sorry to say I never really got into this one, but maybe I will in the future. Tokyo Mew Mew is another big magical girl one, right? Or maybe it isn't that big and I just thought it was. Well, either way, this one is a bigger deal to me. When I was really young and trying to get myself into manga without getting in too much trouble, I remember reading one of these volumes. I think it was once again something that I wasn't quite ready for at that age. I don't mean that it was really inappropriate, but that I was a bit too immature where I'm like, ew, like why are they all wearing dresses? That doesn't make sense. They're fighting bad guys. And why is it always about romance? Ew. I think I would have liked it a lot more if I let myself actually consume the entire story. And I finally did do that as an adult through the reboot, which I really enjoyed surprisingly. Like, I wasn't expecting to. I think I just watched it on a whim. But it was awesome. It was a lot like if Miraculous Ladybug was actually good, but with a bit more science fiction in there. And I've always loved things like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and mutations and animal powers, and it's just great. I think I also watched a lot of the old anime, but not all of it. Maybe I'll finish it. I definitely read the entire manga though. I actually own it, so safe to say Tokyo Mew Mew made an impact on me. One of the first magical girl animes that I did watch, however, was Puella Magi Madoka Magica, simply because I figured I would be able to stomach it more since it had a reputation for being dark and different than usual shoujos. It was dark, but I still felt like there was some hope there. I really enjoyed this one. I think the action had a ton of impact, surprisingly. Super badass. But this Kyubey thing can go to hell. By the way, has anyone besides me seen Daybreak Illusion? I have not met anyone who has. It's great, although it's been a while since I watched it, but I remember thinking it was so cool. Like, the action was cool, I really liked their designs and their powers. The main character was pretty awesome. I think the villains are really mysterious as well. Either way, this was sheer vibes. I'll watch it again at some point. Princess Tutu is a 10 out of 10, no notes. I'm serious, watch this one. Don't you want your dark German ballet creepy storyteller show? There's just something so masterful about this one. It's a bit like a Barbie movie, but very dark and serious. I love it. Fruits Basket is one I only got into recently through the manga at work because I just needed something to read and it was available. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, a long time ago I had heard of this show, and from the premise I completely misunderstood it and I thought that the girl was somebody who turned into all the different animals of the zodiac whenever she hugged boys. I thought the story was pretty weird at first, but as soon as it sort of established its identity as like being about generational trauma, I was hooked, and it's actually very scary because it's so close to home. I only just got into this one. I'm partway through season 2 of the anime as we speak. but I'm gonna finish it. I really think that one of the series' greatest strengths is not focusing directly on the romance so much, because it actually makes the romantic tension build up way more. Also, I am Team Kyo for the win. Shugo Chara is one I only just started getting into, which is partially true because I guess I really wanted to get into this one as a kid. I even put a picture of it on my wall, but I wasn't allowed and I never got around to it. So even though I didn't watch this one when I was a kid, it still feels very nostalgic for me. I love, love, love the art style for this one. It's like perfect. I've never seen anyone as cute as Amu-chan. I find this one really relaxing and easy to watch so far. However, if you're watching through the Crunchyroll add-on on Amazon Prime, for some reason certain episodes don't have subtitles. I think it's a glitch. I did email them about it, and I hope that it'll be fixed soon. This is more just an additional question than a review. Has anyone here seen or ever even heard of Figure 17? I feel like my sister and I are the only ones in the universe who have. Lastly, I want to mention Rumiko Takahashi's work, because even though it's shonen technically, it definitely has shoujo vibes as well. The narrative feels shonen because you got like the long arc style of storytelling with cool villains and battles. But combine that with a soft art style and gentle feminine characters as well as really rough boyish ones. It's just a perfect vibe, which is why Inuyasha is one of my all-time favorites. My first tattoo is of Inuyasha. Oh yeah, I just realized that I'm also watching Yona of the Dawn, but I haven't gotten that far into it. I do like it so far, mostly. Some of the characters are annoying. Yeah, I didn't know it was a shoujo. If it is, it doesn't feel like one to me. It feels like a shonen with a girl protagonist, but anyway, I think for now I'm gonna call it quits. I might have seen a few more girls anime, but I can always talk about them again later. I hope you got something out of this video. Thanks. Bye.